Good morning, guys. Yes, new glasses. Yay. Okay. I don't ever let anybody in on my thinking process. So even though it's very logical, it's kind of vulnerable because I might sound crazy or it might be overwhelming because it's a lot of data, but I'll give you a glimpse into kind of the behind the scenes of all of the projects that I'm running, if it makes sense. And up until now, well, even now, it's still running smoothly, but it's been running smoothly effortlessly. And now I want it to run smoothly, and I would like it to be effortless, but now I have to put some effort into it. See? So here's my process. Okay. So I've been working on getting my courses online for like 4 months. And even though it should be simple and easy, there's a very emotional side to it, emotional side to the process that makes it like I allow it to sometimes get in my way. So I'm working through the emotional process of getting my classes and courses and things online. That's why when you go to my website, lucidearth.org, the Lucid Distribution website, when you go there, there's stars next to classes, courses, and something else. The Jedi's Association. So when you go there, those are all starred and they're locked because there'll be membership areas. And I have the content for it already. And so I get to get it up there. And then I've been working on the email mechanism and the communication mechanisms. So when it is up, that I can promote it and I can stay in touch with everybody. So I can send out newsletters and updates without spamming everybody, right? So there's that piece. And mind you, this is all under the banner of Lucid Distribution. So Lucid Distribution breaks into products and services. Products being bottles, crystals, decals, apparel coming soon, and who knows what else I'll come out with soon. Maybe some crystal grids or something. So that's the products under, the product section under Lucid. And then, and imagine it's in a triangle because I love geometry. And then you've got Lucid Distribution, then you've got products, you got services. The services, I'm doing some one-on-one mentoring. And under that banner, well, let's see, I'm doing education. And under that banner, there's one-on-one and then there's online stuff. And then the online stuff, I will have live classes like on Zoom. And then I'll have self-guided. Okay. So the subjects I'll be teaching are emotional alchemy, known as solar alchemy, which teaches emotional intelligence and how to shift our focus from things that are not working to things that are working. And then sacred geometry 1, 2, and 3. I'll do some free classes on Reiki, like just educational stuff. Attunements and actual Reiki sessions those come with an investment. And now I'll be doing education on plant medicine. Yeah. My approach, my personal experience with plant medicine from like age 16 all the way up until now. The years that I was sober, the like 10-year, 12-year gap that I didn't do anything except for ayahuasca that one time. But yeah, like basically age 13 to 30, I was using a lot of chemicals all the time. And sometimes I was utilizing them for spiritual ascension, and 80% of the time I was just using them recreationally. So definitely have a whole new approach. Once I fell into addiction and out of addiction, now I have a whole new respect for plants and medicine because I've seen both sides. I've seen the dark side and the light side of it. Or you could say the harmful side and the useful side. There's a difference between using and utilizing. And there's what I call drugs or medicine. And not medicine like, NyQuil, but like medicine that heals your soul and your mind and your emotional body. Drugs that just sort of like drug me down. I didn't know I was going to say that. But yeah, like things that drug you. Like to be drugged is usually either funny or sad in my experience. So yeah, my context for drugs is like negative, and my context for medicine is positive, because medicine helps release us from, bondage, essentially. It unbinds us. Drugs to me sounds like something that confines me, and medicine sounds like something that frees me. Let's say that. Okay. So that's the sort of detail micro view of my universe. Lucid distribution, lucidearth.org is the website. And under all of that, I've got products and services, which I just described. Now, I have a retreat set up coming up at the end of May. I've already started my beta testing with a few clients with my pre-launch program, by the way. My pre-launch program combines sacred geometry, soul root alchemy, and education to plant medicine, all in one course. Okay, it's a month long. It's $1,000. Simple. And it comes in 2 parts. So if you want to do part 1, you can do that without the retreat. You can do that in like, say, May or June. And then if you want to do a retreat with me later, you can do that in July, August, September. So you can actually do that in 2 different parts. So it's like pre-launch, and then launch night, and then free flight, which is also caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly. So I've got it all worked out. I'm managing all of that while I'm traveling, and I just got news that my bottles are done. The reprint. So the bottles, the 5 element series that should have been done a month ago we were supposed to print like 700, 600. We were supposed to print 600 of them, and only half of them got done before we found out the glass that we were about to print on was faulty from the factory. It had like this huge flat spot on it, and like where if you set it on a table, it wouldn't roll, and you can't print on that. The way the machine works, it needs the convex. It's not like a t-shirt. When you screen print a t-shirt, you need it flat. You can't have it, any curves in it. Printing on glass is the opposite. You need the curve, and if there's anything flat, you can't print. So it would have destroyed like 300 bottles. So luckily, the manufacturer caught it. We had to return those bottles, and we couldn't order more bottles from that manufacturer, and we couldn't have 2 out of 5 of the bottles be different. So we had to reprint all 5 bottles and like 600 new bottles. And then I have those other 300 bottles sitting in a warehouse right now. Okay. Now I have, and I printed some growlers, some love growlers, some new 2021 love growlers. And I have Soul Root Alchemy jars that people will get, when they sign up for my class. So I have like 1, maybe 2 pallets of glass. I have like 1,000 bottles. And I can't figure out where to send them. I don't know. Do I go to Vegas? And this is where this is literally where my business becomes spiritual, because I don't want to struggle with the answer. I want spirit to tell me what to do. But I'm just letting you in on my process. So while all this other stuff is going on, mentoring, traveling, building websites, not to mention I have design clients that I still work for. I still do contract design work on the side. So I'm doing contract design work, getting my bottles made, working on my apparel, designing clothes. I laugh when I look at my own brain. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Building and launching online courses, like, and it's not like I'm not a workaholic or anything. I'm just like wicked inspired a lot. And I don't hesitate. I'm more selective now about what I create. But like if I created that might sound like a lot, but if I created every single thing that crossed my mind, I would have to have like an army and an army base to have a place to make it all and put it all. So I think I'm doing good. This is also where I check in with Spirit and I'm like, is this a project I should take on or not take on? So yeah. So products, crystals, which I just sold out of. Thank you, everybody. Bottles, apparel, that's products. Decals, and we have a ton of decals now. Okay. Services, online classes, one-on-one mentoring, the retreat, traveling. I think that's the hard part about traveling is, do I send it to San Jose where I can process it all and then ship it out to the people that have pre-sold, that are pre-bought, and then Amazon and then stores. That's the plan. Okay. Because while I'm traveling, I will have some product with me, but like I can't have a pallet of glass. I can't have 1,000 bottles with me. They have to go to a central location. So I get to have my freedom and my abundance. And in order to do so, I have to have the logistics figured out. So originally I only had half the glass because we didn't have the printing problem. That's the printing problem created more abundance in the end. So it's not a problem, but it shifted the whole plan, all of the logistics I had figured out before I even pulled the trigger on this shifted, and it changed my timeline and it changed my resources. So the upside is like, it's going to be like a lot of glass. It's going to be a lot of product, which people have been hitting me up for, asking me when it's coming out for quite some time. So I know it'll go fast. So the main issue is I don't just take a bottle off the line and put a cap on it and put it in a box like I have been and ship it. I'm packaging them now individually so they're retail ready and they're safer to ship and they're clean because of COVID. This was actually my inspiration, was my bottle, my glass has been, people are touching it when it's on the shelf and it looks gross. Like people get their hands all over it and it's not sanitary. So I decided to start individually boxing each of the bottles. So I have to figure out where to put, in short, I have to figure out where to put a whole pallet of glass where I can get and then send all the supplies, like the bubble wrap that will go around it and the boxes, and I have to have the labels printed. So you got to figure out where all of that's going to land, where I'll have enough space to do it all, the labor to do it all, and then distribute it from there and figure out what's going to stores, what's going to individuals, and what's going to Amazon. And I've had plenty of time to think about this, and yet the reason why I haven't put it at the forefront of my consciousness is because it's been a whole month delay, and thinking about it has been causing me anxiety. So I'm just like, nope, just let it. It will land when it lands. Like everything is in divine timing. When it does land, I'll deal with it then. In the meantime, I had my psychedelic space training, my plant medicine facilitator training to focus on. I had my clients that I already have right now to focus on. I got projects I started 3-4 weeks ago to focus on. So by staying present, I've kept everything else running while traveling. Now I have this huge blessing. I'm not going to call it a problem. It's a challenge, but only for my mind. Now I have this huge blessing that just got done. It wasn't supposed to be done until the end of this week, and now it's done now, which is why I'm having this conversation. with myself. Now I get to figure out, do I drive to Vegas, process it there, distribute it from there? Do I ship it to Salt Lake? Do I ship it to Colorado? Do I ship it to San Jose? And then time and cost. How do I keep my time valuable? How do I keep my costs down? And my stress level manageable? Because you can't, I don't personally believe, I do my best to practice what I preach. So getting all bad vibey about a high vibrational product sounds counterproductive to me. It doesn't sound like it's in alignment. So what I want, this is where it all comes down to. I can talk about what I don't want all day. That doesn't help. It presence is what I don't want. So what do I want? What I want is, my stomach's growling. What I want is ease for starters. Boom. That's my focus. Abundance. Flow. I want all of this to flow. Ease, abundance, flow. Fulfillment, literally and spiritually. I need my fulfillment center to a place to do the fulfillment. I need a fulfillment center to manifest. Yeah. I get to manifest a fulfillment center in order to feel my fulfillment and to fulfill my promises to the people that have already purchased product and fulfilled future sales with ease in order to create abundance. I am manifesting. Okay, I'm going to do video 2 on this. I am manifesting abundance with ease through fulfillment. Okay. That is my mantra for the day, which will explain my next post. I am manifesting abundance with ease through fulfillment. Damn, that feels good. You feel that? Yo. Oh, and I started saying my positive affirmations with a smile. 'Cause like, I am feeling joy. I am feeling joy. Does not feel like it's in alignment. But I'm feeling joy. Yeah, that feels good. So, I'm safe, I am supported, I am guided, I am abundant, I surrender. I manifest abundance through ease. I easily manifest abundance through fulfillment. Okay, that's what we're going with. And welcome to my thought process. This is why I have to drive for freaking hours. That was 20 minutes. That was like, what, a couple of trains of thought in my mind. That might have sounded like 20 to somebody. People probably checked out a long time ago. They didn't want to hear that. And that's fine. I'm just letting you in behind the scenes to know what goes on in my head. Those are the thoughts. Those aren't even the emotions. Like my Pisces moon associates emotions with each one of these things of like, oh, how great will that feel if this goes the way I want it to, or how bad's it going to suck if it doesn't, and how am I going to feel then? And like the whole time in the back of my mind, I'm like, my daughter is the reason I'm doing all this, and not to forget her. Why am I going through all this? Why would I go through all this? Because my daughter deserves a father who's happy and abundant and free and there for her and can create an environment for her to flourish in. And I get to be an example for her for when she grows up and she wants to live her life and she wants to create abundance with ease through fulfillment. So there's a mental side to this. There's an emotional side to this. There's a logistical side to this. There's a spiritual side to this. There's a lot of, it's like a ballet. It's like doing a ballet through a minefield. like very gracefully finding the path while not focusing on the dangers. Recognizing they're there, but not focusing on those. Focusing the path, on the path. And I also use this analogy in snowboarding because that's like my background, right? Don't focus on the trees. You know the trees are there. You don't need to focus on them. Focus on the path. You're not sure which path you're going to take. Focus on your path, right? The trees will take care of themselves. This is why I drive. This is why I podcast. This is why I write. This is why I create art. And in the meantime, my brain is like, I can visually see my position on the map where the products are, where all the things are, like some Tony Stark shit, you know, when he's in the Iron Man suit and there's like the ethereal computer in front of him, like timeline, like managing budget, managing resources, managing stress levels, making sure that everything I do is from a space of love. That's really what it comes down to. It's not about doing it right or wrong or the best or worst. It's like, how do I stay in a space of love as I navigate this path? And does this align me with my intention to create abundance with ease through fulfillment? Does this align me with my intention to be the best father I can be while living my purpose? Now, when you look at life through that lens, there's a lot of circles and a very small cross section. That's where I live. I live in that cross section. I do my best to. And when I don't live in that cross section, I get sad. You know, if I'm not living purpose, if I'm not living in ease, if I'm not going the right way, if my abundance is being threatened, So when I live in abundance, when I live in ease, when I live in fulfillment, when I live in purpose, when my purpose is not about success per se. I mean, success being relative, but success for me, it's not about acquisition. Let's call it that. It's not about acquisition. It's not about acquiring something or being something or like being the best or winning the game. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, this will or will not put me in a better place to be a good father and live my purpose. That's the measuring stick. Can I manifest all that? Not all that one little cross section. Let's see if, let's play a game. Can I manifest that little cross section of reality? Yeah. I don't know. What I do know is fear ain't gonna do it. Fear is not gonna get me where I want to go. It never has. Never fucking has. Yeah, I had to swear. Never has. Love is the only thing. And gradients of love, like gratitude. Gratitude transmutes dark into light energy, by the way. So does humor. Gratitude, courage, commitment, heart, faith, and surrender will assist me in creating abundance with ease through fulfillment, so I can live my purpose and be a good father. I'm going to edit out that last part and play that to myself over and over again. Thanks for coming on the ride with me. Welcome to the inside of my brain. Follow me on Instagram. Like, how do you end that? Subscribe to my newsletter? I'm going to go get some yerba mate and meditate. Love you guys. Peace.